Live, love, pump.
Now I can see my beautiful face. The camera seems sloped, slanted, but who cares? Welcome to the podcast, The Marquez Show, episode number 6. Wow, we did it. Episode back. It's a Thursday. Hopefully, otherwise Owen has messed up again. He left us hanging with a couple of podcasts. Can't talk. I am tired as fuck. Today is going to be a no notes gibbering kind of day. Hairs look very dumb, very awful. But you know, when does it not? Says you to me, to the man, to the cow, to the man on the moon. Yeah, this is my second podcast of the day, and I had a burst of energy for the first one. And then I came home and I sat down and the energy dissipated out of me like a puddle of mud. Not like diarrhea, that's what you're thinking. That's what I was thinking. I was like, bad analogy. Is that an analogy? We'll never know because we move on. There's no fact checking on this podcast, only in years to come, when hopefully I'll be cancelled and have to retire. And I begin my second life as a milkman. I'll be like, what's up, Mrs. Brown? You want some milk? Why does brown milk sound diarrhea-ish again? Why am I fixated on the word diarrhea today? Who knows? Will it ever ends? Ends? Can't talk. I've this kind of hangover where like I had a few boozes last night, maybe 3 and a shot, which is not a lot for me. Might be a lot for you, you weak American boy. But I could usually have 10 and a couple of shots and I'd be like, all right, there's a hangover coming. But I know that hangover is coming. But this hangover is one of those ones where you're like, nah, that's not going to affect me. It's like a bee sting, and then it affects you all day. Then you look and feel like a bag of shit, a bag of potatoes that have gone out, that have been handed to an Englishman. There was a weird whistle there. Eugene is back in the game.
Speaking of bags of shit.
Nice.
I thought you were trying to segue me in there.
Speaking of old potatoes, he's back. I was doing a podcast earlier with 2 legends. So I become like, I don't even know. Dom Herrera asked me to do a podcast. He's this really funny comedian. I remember seeing him on, that's for your ASMR. If you saw the look of happiness in Eugene's face, it was disgusting.
That was more to do with the drink I was about to drink, but I also enjoy the sound. Not gonna lie.
You'd be good at ASMR.
What would I do? No. That's
hey guys, it's me. It's Eugene. I'm over. You know, it'd be a funny ASMR.
Hold on.
ASMR from a glory hole. Hey guys, it's me from behind the hole. How are you? Sorry, I'm just sucking a dick. I hate it. It's so creepy. Stop.
1 second. Just give me 1 second.
How do people like that? Fucking weirdos. If they do,
Give me 1 second.
you need to stop talking. I don't like it, Eugene.
All right, go on.
You
Sorry.
know what I hate too? I hate these Instagram videos I see where it's like, I really hate them. Fuck it, I hate all those Instagram fucking reels and
It's all
shit.
dog shit now, isn't it? Everyone's the same.
It's all like, I hate these
all
chefs.
TikToks.
These chefs are so annoying, these dirty cunts. They'll be like this. Oh my God. Wow. That sandwich is breathtaking. I want to fucking reach in. I'm going to punch my phone one day. Let's make a bruschetta and ham sausage sandwich. And then they go.
Yeah.
It's like Oompa Loompa Town.
I know a fellow who's one
So alone.
of those top fellas. I know a couple of those
I
guys.
fucking hate them. Oh my God. Have you ever had a slice of ham? I fucking, and their dopey heads and their fucking well lit fucking faces. Fuck off.
Ring lights out their arse.
Yeah, you fucking chump. Oh God. Slice, cut.
Dash. Oh, it's
Tomato.
mad, yeah. Boil, simmer.
Smell the bread. Slurp, slurp, whisk, whisk.
Whisk.
Oh my God, I see them. And then I'm like, the food is nice, just shut the fuck up. They're all the same too. They go like this or that. 2 slices of a ham. 900 million views. And I hate the way they do
Million were you though. I'd be sitting there watching the same video 10 times in a row before I scroll down.
Yeah.
Even
just,
those ones I hate like that.
Jesus, dumb. It's like, the worst part is too, I hate the way they've figured out this new thing where they loop it so you don't know where the ending and
Well,
the
and you have to
start
watch it
is.
twice to make sure you watched it once. It's very
And
annoying.
then you're like, this guy's just racking up the views, you dirty whore. Go fucking into a real kitchen.
It's all a
and
sham.
Get beaten, get stabbed by a knife, and then come back to us, be like this. I will no longer be making fucking dumb videos with my mouth.
Yeah, real chefs have bad tattoos and drug habits. and
Yeah,
stuff,
they're dying. They hate
Yeah.
you. They got fucking eczema on their faces,
Drawls.
falling into the fucking mashed potatoes. I told you, like,
They haven't slept in 6 days.
Yeah, and these guys are just like, hey, my parents are rich.
Check out my ring light.
The dirty whores.
Some are good though.
Oh, they're right. The food looks unreal. It's just like, wait, there's another one. Can I fucking deep fry a can of spam? Sizzle. Jam. Spam. Can I deep? And you're like, fuck it. Is he going to do it a different way? And you're like, I've given this cunt 25 views in 2 seconds. Can't remember the point of that video, but we move on. There's no. This is like one of those fucking roads from Nevada to where to Arizona, where it's as straight and as barren as my sperm. Definitely.
Imagine if your sperm was like rigid.
Shooting out like, pew, instead of in my eye. I remember one time I was
It's
having
like hailstones.
but like slim. Like you know,
daggers.
you know when you can like those pencil fillers, like a lead filler. You know,
Yeah.
you'd have to stick them in like a nice skinny.
Like a hummingbird's tongue.
Yeah, it's just a skinny dart hit you in the face. I remember one time that I was having sex, not to brag to the losers at home. Let's be honest. If you're listening to this, you're a loser, but the good kind.
We're also losers. Let's be real.
Exactly. I'm talking
We're
to
doing
myself
it.
back and forth. I'm looking at myself. What a conundrum. My ears have been blocked for about a week too, I just realised.
So you can't hear the criticisms.
And then I go like this and my nose is sore and like I'm falling apart bit by bit, day by day. And then you die. Can't wait. Yes. Sweet release. I was on a hike yesterday. Sounds like I'd met. The coffee I'm drinking, I think, is just kicking in.
Oh,
And the one booze.
There you go. A concoction.
But I do this new thing where I hike up Runyon just on my own, but I put on as much clothes as I can, like a hoodie and like a sweater, so that I'm fucking drenched.
You go to a dark place when you work out.
What?
You go to a dark place when you work out. You can't just go play ball.
No, yeah.
You have to go and like put your hood up and run in the dark. And
Yeah, it's good because then here's the thing. I know it sounds conceited, if that's the right word, or fucking megalomaniac. That's probably not the right word either.
narcissistic.
Yeah, but like if I went running during the day here, and 3 times, building up his steam, someone would be like beeping at me, and I was like, "Oh, what's up?" Twice I went over, didn't know the person, leant into the window, and the guy was like, "Oh, I'm a fan of your comedy," and I was like,
So you want to stop your run.
"Yeah," and then it was just awkward. I was like, "So what's up?" And they're like, "We just wanted to say that," and then the dude driving was like, "It wasn't me, it was him," and I had to be like,
I'd say that as well.
"Yeah."
At
But
least someone has some common sense in the car.
But then I went again. Then I met a girl, and then I went again, and I was like, I can't go during the day.
I don't
So I
think
just
you're
go
that
up
famous.
It's not even that.
You just run around where you do the shows, where your fans live.
Yeah, knocking people's doors. Hey guys,
I'm going to be running by in 5 minutes. Can you just
can
not
you-
recognize me?
Can you stop recognizing me? And they're just like, we don't know who you are. I went up Runyon one time. There was 3 girls there that I had a one-night stand with, and it was
Same
like
night.
a triple night stand. But like, it was just brutal. Because twice I ignored them. And I was like, I just can't. Because I had already had bad small talk with one and her friend and her dog. And her dog was like biting my knee. And I was just like, this is brutal. So what I do now is I just put on a hood, go up there, listen to sets. So I can be like, oh, that's a good joke. I should tell that again. But I mean, the sweat will be dripping. I can power walk. I remember I used to mock people back in Ireland, like mothers, used to go fucking power walking at night, and you'd see them all.
Yeah,
in
but
their
it's
tracksuits.
not a hike if you're fucking sauntering up there.
Yeah, but that's why I don't like a lot of those places. They saunter.
No, I'm always I go on my own with one person I know is gonna have a pace.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like that. Like, let's just lackadaisical. But I mean, the sweat I get off these, I think I'm losing weight. I was like 198 or something, and now I'm like 186. That's a lot.
I lost about 8 pounds the other day. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, food poisoning.
Did you? Look, this is a typical LA answer. Lucky you.
I know, yeah.
I remember
Lucky bastard.
a girl that happened to me before. I was shitting bricks of mud, and a girl was like, "You look skinny," and I was like, "Yeah, I was sick." She's like, "Oh, you're so lucky," like with genuine like fucking
I mean, it's
jealousy.
It's a thing.
Wait, what was the whole point of all that? Can't remember.
Something about.
Oh yeah, I was
run-
up hiking
yeah.
yesterday. My head was fried. I'll try and tell the story and incorporate the bit where I almost died. I was like, I had a show yesterday at the Improv. The lineup was unreal. It was me, Crystalia, Zainab Johnson, Harlan Williams, Jared Fried, and Maximini. So they're all headliners. Like, that's an easy sellout usually at the Improv at 10 o'clock. That's an easy sellout. Yesterday, but
What day was it? Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah. But that's actually a good day for comedy.
Yeah.
And then Aziz Ansari, who's meant to pop in too, as a special guest. So I'm like, this is. Usually I'd like do promoting, being like, come to the show, sell some tickets. This was like, this is going to be. I get a phone call about 5:30 saying, I was like, how many tickets are sold? They're like 23. The place holds about 170. I was like, what? There's no way. They're like, yeah, if we don't sell more tickets like in the next 45 minutes, like at least over 100, they're going to cancel it. So I'm like, no way. So I worked my balls off. By the time it was 8:30, there was like 130 tickets sold. So I was like, fuck. But that's a lot of time on the fucking phone, just texting people, yo, what's up? And the worst part is, like, it sounds like bitching, but I suppose it is. Like, if I hit someone up and like, you should come to this show, it's going to be unreal. They'll be like, I can't go, but what have you been up to? Here's what I've been doing.
Oh, and you have to
We
just
should
be.
and then I'm like, yeah, I gotta go and do some work. They'll be like, yeah, but here, I'd love to stay and chat more. What are you doing later? And like, one of them is fine, but 50 of them, and then
nightmare.
it's weird. It's like people are literally tugging at your brain. I know that sounds dumb.
I get what you're saying, but this is like a unique work
Yeah.
context where you have to
Yeah.
deal with that. Get over it.
Oh yeah, I know, but it also fries your brain. Being on the phone for
Oh
fucking
yeah.
3 hours.
I mean, you did it anyway. I fucking can't. I don't know how you did that.
Yeah,
So
but
the,
I
si-
mean,
the,
it
the
was
length of your
const-
stories, boy.
Pardon?
The length of your stories that most days is mad.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's definitely an
I'd be
issue.
out of breath putting two pieces up.
Oh yeah, but it was actually, so I was doing all of that, and I was like, my brain's fried. I'm gonna go hike, even though it's dark as fuck.
Before
just
the
to get
10
some
o'clock
air,
show.
just before my show, yeah. So I went hiking, and it was dark, but it's great. It's kind of dodgy at first because my buddy was like, you know, there's like fucking wild coyotes and all this shit. He's like, you know, that's where some fucking, what are they called? Not mountain lions, but
Cougars.
something like that.
Mountain lions.
Is that what they are?
Pretty much the same thing, yeah.
He said there. I was like, not this part. He goes, no, there are.
There are, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was lying. It doesn't sound real. And so then I'm getting
there.
freaked. I see a bush move. I'm like, is that a fucking... So I was power walking anyway. I was
Did you ever
like,
see? I've seen snakes up there, big rattlesnakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
dubious.
Not running, but other hikes.
But I was walking up there. It's grand. Walking on the way down. And I was wearing like the Apple AirPods, the fucking new ones that are like really good at blocking out the noise. And honest to God, a huge tree fell down. I'll show you a picture.
In front of you.
Right next to me. No, it was fucking huge, and I didn't hear it. And then a dude was like, "Did you see that tree falling down?" And I was like walking, and because I looked, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, it almost hit us too."
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, and I was like, "Fuck! I wish I had." I was like, I was almost free from my phone. If I had been knocked out,
That would have been it, yeah.
yeah, I was like, that would have been lovely. Finally.
And was there any reason it fell over?
Didn't seem to be any. There was
It
nothing
just
like.
tipped over. The dead.
No,
like,
it seems to like half the tree just fell off.
Man.
It was weird too before here when there was like a lot of storms or wind ages ago. It blew a tree over on my street, not this, a different street. And I could hear my neighbours being like, that big tree fell on someone's car. The minute I heard it, I was like, oh, that's going to be my car.
oh no, was that?
Yeah. And it was like it only hit my car right down on top of it.
I'm glad I'm not the only one shit this happens to.
Yeah, and I was just like, the problem is, I heard them out the window, and I was like, back in my head, I was like, I bet you that's my car. And then some cop knocked on the door. He was like, do you own that car? I was like, yeah, let me put on my pants. And then, like, I didn't know what to do, but the woman who owned the house next to it was this crazy woman, but she panicked. And she was like, don't sue me. And I was like, I didn't even consider that.
Does she think it's her tree?
Because it was in her garden.
Oh, sue she over.
Yeah.
It's American, bro.
Yeah, I know. But then she was like, how much to fix that? I was just like, $3,000.
Was it? Or did you just say that?
Nah, it's just, I actually just kind of let it just landed like on, it didn't break the windscreen, which is, if it did.
All right, it didn't smash the whole car. Like,
No, it didn't go
write
down the middle.
It didn't
It
write
just-
the car off.
Yeah, they just had to
Okay.
like saw it off to get my car from under it.
Gotcha.
But it was just like, I was like, fuck it, I don't really care.
But did you get $3,000 off of her?
Oh, yeah, she wrote me a check
Oh, handy.
straight away. She panicked. But then I was like,
Good panic.
I can't park outside because like there was some scratches on it, but I didn't care.
It's the same car you have now?
No.
All right, okay. But
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
drivable. Like, it was fine.
Oh yeah, it looked grand.
$3,000.
Yeah.
Fucking
I was
hell.
like, I googled it. I was just making up in sparks. I knew she was insane.
$3,000.
Can't remember the point of any of those stories, but we're back. How's it going, there, listener?
That was from the tree falling on you when you were hiking.
Oh,
When you were
yeah.
panicking about the show that you were going to with all these people.
Oh yeah, and I was like, the show was fucking grand, but like,
Grand, by the way, this is a good opportunity to introduce your listeners to the word grand. It doesn't mean grand necessarily.
oh yeah, it's not grandiose. It means like that's okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Would you define it like that?
Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, it can be mediocre. Grand is that, it's funny. Like, grand is actually a word for mediocre. That's grand.
Yeah, like that'll do.
That'll do. That's okay. I'm grand. I'm okay.
Actually, it probably means it's okay.
But if you put an inflection on it, it can mean like
That's okay, don't worry about
that's
it.
surprisingly good as well. You can be
Yeah.
like, geez,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
grand, isn't it? That's fucking grand. That white cloth.
That's funny. The
The
inflection.
inflection changes a little bit, so it's a funny word for Irish people to use. But
Yeah, because you'd be like, yeah, that's fuck it, that's grand.
is he any good at comedy? He's grand. That's not good.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Well,
How are you feeling? Grand. Yeah, no more needed.
Yeah. If you look ropey, no, I'm grand. That's basically saying I'm great.
Yeah.
You might like puke in the bush, be like, you're okay? You're right. Do you need to go home? No, I'm grand. All right, lads, he's fine.
Nah, he's grand.
He's
He'd be grand.
swimming.
He's grand.
I don't believe he's grand as much as the person saying, I'm grand. Because he's grand.
Oh.
He's grand is a bit shifty.
I'm grand as someone who's too drunk, and they don't know it yet. I'm grand.
No, but he's
I'm
grand also means like I don't want him to be kicked out.
Oh, harmless. Yeah. He's grand. He's yeah. It's like a seal of approval.
Yeah, and you're kind of you know he's not grand.
You're vouching for someone.
And you know he's not grand, but you're like
It's a safe place to land. Grand.
we'll make he's slightly below grand when you say that.
Yeah. Grand being middling, not grandiose.
Yeah, no, it's never grandiose.
Never.
I'm trying to think if it ever is. What's the best grand? What's the best grand at all?
Grand National.
Oh God, I
No.
knew you were going to say something
Did you?
bad.
I don't know.
I thought you were going
Grand.
to say grandfather.
Grand. I don't know.
He's an okay father.
Granddad.
What's your dad like? He's grand. I'd love someone somewhere would be like, what? That's his granddad? Or some topics we were going to bring up again. Oh, yeah, I was doing a podcast earlier.
Go on.
So Tom Herrera is a legend. And for some reason, he's like, do you want to come and do my podcast? So I did it. We had a great laugh. And then he was like, you should come do it more. And I was like, all right, cool. And now he just made me his co-host. But he's such a legend. I'm glad he has, because I have a laugh with him. He's definitely on the way out. I tell him every day. He's like, today I had to help him take his wallet out of his pocket. He's like, it's stuck.
You just help him do it.
He's like, it's stuck. I was like, let me do it. I was like, this is a good trick you do on women, I bet. Let me get my wallet out. But then the other guy, Tom Dreesen, is like, I wonder how old he is. You got to look this up. Look up the definition of, or where fuck, the origin of the word fuck.
Is it a fight or German? No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's from like, you know when they used to put a guy in stocks?
Yeah.
It's something that they put on the sign or call it, and it was like F. It's like,
I'll find out.
what's it called again when you abbreviate words so you just use the first letters? Like VIP.
Abbreviations?
No, but that's like shortening the word.
One sec. Okay, let me find some answers for you. Wait, should we think about this or Google this?
No, Google it.
All
Yeah,
right, okay.
otherwise we'll be here all night. Do you want me to think about a specific answer?
Well, I think I might know. I know what you're talking
no,
about.
I don't know the answer. So it's just two idiots asking each other questions we don't know. And then shit is the same. I know the word where shit is. He said they used to like transport manure, and the fumes from the manure would rise. If they left it on the bottom, it would rise and it would cause some problems. I'm definitely butchering it. He was much more succinct and understandable. So it used to be like store high something tea, and then that was shit. So they used to stamp it on the bags of manure so that people would store it up high, and then they'd be like, "Oh, that's a bag of shit."
Hold on. I don't know if that's right.
Wait, are you googling it or just your
I'm
your
reading
brain
about it
is
now.
saying no?
I'm reading about it. Both, but I'm reading about it now.
I like the way you know. Jeez, my brain.
We can cut some of this out if you want.
No, leave it in.
Um,
We leave in the segment where we're just texting.
Yeah, so straight away I just went onto Wikipedia there and I went up to the etymology of the word fuck.
Yeah.
And I couldn't really see what you're talking about, but then I went down a bit further and it said false etymologies
Oh, really?
of the word fuck.
Oh, yeah. Maybe it was
And I went
that.
through that and there's something about stocks.
Yeah. All right. That's false. Well, that's what maybe he
It's an
didn't
urban
check.
myth.
Yeah, he didn't check Wikipedia. So
But it might be something because all the other stuff that I think is right. Like they talk about the word striking. It's a Germanic word that kind of has something to do with the word striking or rubbing. So striking, I don't know if you're throwing something when you're striking, but like,
this is looking up something on the wiki.
see,
Wait, what was it called though when you like shorten down the words? Some listeners gonna be watching this
And they're gonna
screaming at
hate
us. Yeah, they'll be like, "It's fucking," and they'll be like, "Is it abbreviation?" They're like, "It's fucking not abbreviation." I do that too. If I listen to a podcast and he's like, "What is that?" and you're just like, "This is so easy." It actually makes you feel dumb listening to a dumb person, and that's why you're here, dear listener. You're listening. Are you watching the Winter Olympics? I'm not. Why? Because I don't have a TV. It pisses people off. People will also say, "How come you've written 4 books?" And I'll tell them I don't have a TV, and they'll get pissed off again. And then they'll say, "How do I write a book?" And I'll tell them, "Get rid of your TV." And they'll be like, "Shut the fuck up, you petty Irishman." And that's the circle of life. I'm trying to think what else I've been doing. Oh, I had a good story. Fuck, it's gone. That's a good thing for
Sounds
the
like me.
podcast. Wait, you can't look. You're looking up too much. You're bad.
I'm only
Googler.
trying to. I'm trying hard to Google. I think see, I'm high as fuck as well.
Oh, really?
But it's hard to
Jeez.
Google. What do you call the dots between the words about a full? Like, you know what I mean?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I'll tell you what it
It's
is.
not
Right?
hard.
It's an abbreviation.
No. When you use the first
Oh, I'd have to redeem myself.
letter. Yeah, let's see who can do it faster. Jeez, that is kind of a tough one to do.
Okay, good man. Yeah,
Oh,
an acronym. Boom. You fuck.
What do you call the dots? Wow, that's particularly dumb. Wow.
Oh no.
I can't tell if you're high or just that dumb. What do you call the dots between the dots?
That was a
in
brain
the letter?
What do you call it when there's dots between? I'm like, dots. I couldn't.
Wait, I had a good story. What else? Jesus, what else?
No,
Was
you
that?
didn't. You forgot it.
No, I did. I was thinking about right before. Remember, I told Owen.
It's the wrong etymology of the word fuck, and then
No, it wasn't that. I had a story, and I was like, "Oh, that'd be a good one." Usually, at the start of a podcast, you'll be talking to the person, and you always tell her a good story, and you'll be like, "Save it for the podcast." And then you start the podcast, and you forget what story you were telling.
you were telling the story about Dom's podcast.
Oh yeah, so like Dom was. It was a different story, but I'll tell that one. Dom was like, he used to tour with Cher,
Yeah,
and
like open for it.
yeah, and then the other guy.
That's mad.
Yeah, the guy, Tom Dreesen, opened for Sinatra for years.
Oh, that's fuck. How old is Tom
Seven.
Dreesen?
I'd have to Google
You getting preyed upon over there by two old lads?
No, they were like, it was fascinating.
Sounds unreal, actually.
Yeah, like the stories. Like, Jesus, he'd be saying they would go, sometimes, like, Tom Dreesen comedy. Fuck, why is it not coming up? News.
Is the world ending?
Oh, he's 82. What? Jesus Christ.
Octogenarian.
He was fucking quicker than me and down by far.
Yeah.
That's unreal. Yeah, he was like rat-a-tat-tat. He was doing what? He's 82. I can't get over that. He was saying this, right?
How old do you think Dom is?
65, 72, 75, 74, 73.
Yeah.
I feel bad for other people at home.
You said 65 first, so you're all right. You're safe.
I like the fact they have to listen. You're high. I'm hungover, and the back and forth. All you see if you saw Eugene off camera, 65, 75, 72, 73. Like two fucking. You're like a dad there.
No, I was enjoying myself. I was enjoying myself way too much, knowing that I wasn't on camera, and you had to go through it. So I was enjoying that.
Something happened to the camera. We're back. The boys are back in town. Camera got overheated for some reason. Expensive camera. Although I got the new iPhone 13. Jesus, the camera's unreal. It's almost like Catfish because it's so good. I'll take photos of myself. I'm like, what the fuck?
makes
Wait,
you look better.
do I look? Oh, unfucking believable. I'm like, I know I don't look like this, or do I? Is it all in the head?
It's portrait mode for you.
Do Irish people give themselves too much grief? Are we very self-deprecating? Does our brain? I feel like the original YouTube comments is when your brain's hungover, and you're just like, you're a piece of shit, you dirty whore.
Mad thoughts. No, that was a dangerous thing to do, to be the driver home from college. Because everyone's hungover and you're sitting there thinking, I could kill it. I could just dip this elbow and we're in the ditch, all of us. I've done it accidentally.
Wait, never had those thoughts. Eugene is psychotic.
Well, you telling me that you've never been driving and you've just thought at any second, with
once.
such little. When you're going, okay, well, think about this then. When you're going at over 60 miles an hour, with the same ease as you pull the trigger of a gun, you could fucking
Oh, I know that, but
accidentally kill yourself.
I never had that thought. Not once.
Accidentally, like you could fucking.
You're not, never had it. So that we.
Well, welcome to
someone
that
called
thought.
the helpline for Eugene. His name is Eugene Owen. Boy, the new iPhone is unreal. Like, I'll take pictures and I'm just like, oh, now I see where people were saying my old phone photos were shit. But that's why I'm like, we could use this camera. Seems to be better than that camera. It's unreal.
Should we just put up phones as well and have multi-camera?
Yeah,
We could do that for the last.
could do it all right and be like, isn't that right, people?
Oh, that's a lot of cutting together, but okay. We
I'd
could
be
do
like
it.
this. Eugene's a sound fella. Is he?
You fucking.
That could be funny. The second one.
Right.
Eugene just made some extra work for himself. That means the podcast will be delayed even
Do you know
more.
what'd be a funny one? Camera here facing you, so that when you're talking to me, you can talk to the audience. You'd be like, "Fuck you."
Oh, yeah. I like the one over here, though, where it's like, I think that you can't see it.
Oh, right, okay. Your specific camera.
Good point, Eugene. Fucking idiot. That would be great. And you can, it's like you can't. Oh yeah, keep going, Eugene. He's ruining the flow. Can you Google that, Eugene? This will take 7 minutes. That'd be good. We gotta set that up. Unfortunately, that means the podcast. Sorry for the delay. It's just Eugene has issues. Anyway, all right. I got this because someone stole my camera. Someone stole my phone. I was at some bar downtown. This is why I hate going downtown. I was leaving. We went, like, my buddy convinced me to go. Went down there and it was just like, this is crap. Why am I here? They tried to charge us. It was like almost last call and they were like $40 to get in. I goes, well, who the fuck is playing? Like, it's just the bar. I'm like, I'm not paying for that. And then the dude running it was like, I know him from comedy. He's okay. And I was like, that's not the point. The point you're trying to... And people were paying. It was like 80... Because I was with a girl. It was like $80 to get into this shithole. So we get in. We're at the bar. I was like, fuck it. We should leave. She's like, cool. Like, I ordered Uber and, like, the drink was there. And, like, she was holding my hand. And I was like... So I put my phone down like this for 2 seconds. Did it. I went back to get the phone. And it was gone. And I was like, where the fuck? And then the girl next to me had it stolen from her bag too. Some guy was like at the bar just taking phones. Stole my phone and stole like another girl down. My buddy was like, he stole her phone too from her bag. So now I'm looking. He turned it off straight away. It was still there because the Uber was outside waiting for me. So I was like, I don't know what to do. And the girl was like, I think her phone was dead. And I was like, well, we have to get the Uber because you can't. It was packed. I'm not going to go around to people. Did you take my phone? Did you take my phone? It was probably Eugene. Did you take my phone? That's the Eugene abuse camera. So then, right, we're driving back to mine, and I was like, fuck, I need that phone for work and stuff. Like, I started having a little panic, but I was also drunk, so I didn't care as much as I was going to. And she was like, it's okay, I've got a spare iPhone 13 at home. I was going to sell it, but if you want to buy it, I was like, I'll buy it off you. You know, snapped it out of her hand. Because they're like, takes ages to order and stuff. Like, you order them, it comes like 3 months later or something.
So now you have a new phone, you use your iCloud, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I set it up. Here's the thing, I got it, set it up. And then in the back of my head, I was like, she's going to give me that for free.
Oh, no.
And then I was like, she goes, oh, hey, don't forget you're buying it off me. And I was like, oh, you know, because Chancer and whatnot. I was like, oh, I thought you said it for free. She's like, I would never give a man a free phone in my life.
It's dead right.
Yeah.
She's a keeper.
Yeah, I know. She was like, I'll never let a man take advantage of me like that. And she goes,
anyone, but...
Yeah, but in particular a man.
Okay.
Because if it was a girl, she might have been like, I'll help you out. But she's like, not
Really?
a fucking man. And I was like, do you know what? I respect that, but still. And I was like, can you do me a deal? She was like, no. And I was like, how much is it? She was like, 1,300. I was like, what? And that was cruel. That was the story of the 1,300. I have another weird story. I was walking from... I'm actually... Yeah, I'm glad though, because I wouldn't have changed my phone. Because do you ever read these fucking articles online? They'll be like, you don't need that new phone. You need to invest that. Get the new phone. It's worth it.
Oh, I love getting a new phone. I have to get a new phone. I think this one's nearly time to get a new one, actually.
Yeah, but it is worth it. Fucking, who cares about your house down the line? Avocado toast.
But when I sell this soon, I'm after fucking breaking the back of it.
Bad story by you.
No. This is just a quick segue. If anyone from Chick-fil-A is listening, on the 23rd of December 2021, I took an awful spill there. I came in, right? It was a wet evening. I slapped.
This is not a fucking quick segue.
Well, I just
want it with a date. You know a story. It's not a police report.
I want the footage, or I want the price of this new phone, because I took an awful hop and I landed on my phone, and the thing is shattered. So just get in touch with the podcast, please.
You took an awful hop.
Oh, if you have the video, we know we can do some sort of deal. The video is going to be hilarious. I come in at a P.
Up here. Or was it here? I think I'm usually over more here this side. Oh yeah, by the light today.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
So just Just get in touch.
We've moved on. I can't wait for this camera.
That'd be some video if we could have it.
Oh yeah, launch into the air.
I came in at a pace. I entered the restaurant at a pace, and I just
walking like me up the hill.
no. I was trying to pop around.
Chicken.
There was people loitering right inside the door, and I was trying to pop around them. You know,
I can see you walking like this. Out of my way. I need chicken.
I overestimated my agility, and I just hit the floor.
Sunday. They close on Sunday. Is that them?
Yeah.
It's almost Sunday morning. I need it before it hits midnight because of God.
Right. Sorry. End the segue. Back to your story.
Oh yeah, this one's actually, well, it's weird. Oh, we listen to this.
All
right?
the stories.
Saturday night. Did you say they're awful stories?
I said all the stories now.
Yeah, they're all coming out.
Yeah.
We should take a break midpoint again to revive my memory. Because then I just look at my phone and be, oh yeah, that happened. So I did a show at Laugh Factory and I was walking to the Naughty Pig for a booze. I was walking right by Chateau Marmont. It's like halfway there. There's kind of an opening and like sunset kind of opens up to go into Chateau. This woman pulls up next to me. Well, a car pulls up and a woman goes, she's wearing like a do-rag, black woman wearing a do-rag. And she's like, there's a weird voice that I now realize was a whore's voice. And she's just like, hey. She's hammered too. Hammered. Shouldn't be driving. And I'm just like, fuck, why am I engaging? But here we go. She goes, hey, where's the after hours bar here again? And I was like, it's fucking 11. I was like, there's lots of bars open. And she goes, okay, jump in. Let's find it. I goes, She goes, let's find it. I was like, nah, I'm going to walk. My body was like, get away. So I walked another bit and she drove up and she was like, hey, can I be honest? And I was like, all right, now I'm only engaging for the story. And I was like, what is it? She's like, I'm just really looking to suck someone's dick before I go home. And I was like, no, not for me. You're wearing a do-rag and it looks like you shaved your eyebrows off. You could have leukemia for all I know. This is why you're doing it. And then she goes, fuck you, all right? And I started driving and she like, she went from 0 to 60 really quick and swerved towards me. I jumped back. Yeah, I swear to God.
Jesus.
Sped off down Sunset, all right? So I keep walking. I then tell the bouncer at the Naughty Pig, I was like, man, I was like, there's a girl, I don't know what she was driving, a fucking Bronco or something. She was zipping up and down. And I goes, that's her? That's the...
she was still on the street.
She's speeding up and down Sunset. And I goes, that's her? And he goes, yeah, man. He goes, thank God you didn't get in. I was like, yeah, I know. Thank God she wasn't hot. And I goes, why? He goes, because he's like, usually in that situation, she'll take you somewhere and a guy will show up and rob you.
Oh, obviously.
I didn't think about that for a second. I thought she was horny for me.
Oh, Mark.
The male ego kicked in. She goes, she saw my penis through my walk.
Oh.
But the funny thing is, it was right by the Body Shop too. It's a strip club. A dude who was a tourist, definitely. I could see she was beckoning him over and he got into the car. I wonder if he's still alive. So that was Saturday, I think. The day after, which would be Sunday.
Chick-fil-A is closed.
Chick-fil-A, there's no, give me my fucking chicken.
Slap. Oh, it's face ways. My legs came from under me, from center to right, and like that. As I was taking a corner.
Give me my chicken.
I was like that, and I popped back up.
He's a dumb man. Were you drunk?
No.
Oh, that's even worse. I'm sober for chicken.
It was a nightmare.
But then, all right, the next Sunday, I was going to meet someone, and my buddy Lenoci got a new car, and he was like, "Where are you?" He's funny with a car because he's like, "I'll drive you anywhere you want to go. Let me know." And I was like, "No, I'm driving." He was like, "Just come watch it." His cars, the new Ford. I love Ford because you get free Ford in Ireland.
Well, that makes no sense.
Oh, all right, let me. So the head of Ford Ireland in Europe was like one of the soccer coaches in my university. And I was on the main team, but if I went down and played for his second team...
Barlow Motors, was it?
No, I was like Ford headquarters are in
Oh, right,
Cork. So he was like the CEO of all of Europe. And if I went down, he loved me because I might play for him on a Saturday and the main team on a Sunday. And he would hook me up with like the best cars for free. And he's
the
like,
logo on the side.
pardon?
Did the logo on the side?
No, nothing. It was just an unreal, like,
Handy.
big car. Yeah, really handy. And he goes, when it's empty of petrol, gas, just bring it back. We'll give you a new one. People couldn't believe it. I was having, like, the 7 Series of Ford. I can't remember what they're called. It was unreal. And then even better, because Ford sponsored Champions League, he's like, whatever tickets you want. I'd be going to see, like, Barcelona, United, AC Milan, Celtic, all these games. He did. Oh, unreal. My dad was like, can you get tickets for that? I was like, yeah. I was the hookup through
Class.
Ford. We just drive to Galway because I had the best car ever. And then I'm like, oh, it's running out of petrol. Let's get a new one. And I just drive right up into it was in Blackrock, I think. And I go to his secretary. I was like, yeah, the car's ran out of petrol. She's like, all right, use that one. And I just get a new car. That's why I have no clue about cars because I never grew up like, I just had this unreal car all through college.
Ford
So
car,
I love
my first
Fords
car.
because of that. But then I come to America and they're like, Ford is crap. I'm like, no, it's not. I'll fight you. Don't say that about Eddie Murphy. He hooked me up. But I know she got a new Ford and it's actually class. It's fucking huge. So he showed me in the Starbucks on Sunset. We meet there. It's like Sunday night's closed, all right? He's showing me and I'm just like, oh, this is sick. It looks like a Range Rover or Land Rover, whatever the fuck it is.
A daddy wagon. He's gonna have a kid soon.
It's a 6-seater. It doesn't. I'm like, it's fucking huge. I'm like, how is this so big? He's like, we can just drive wherever we want. I'm like, we fucking can. Forgetting I already have a car. BMW. Sorry, Ford. So then I get in and he's just showing me, and I'm like, fucking, this space is amazing. And we notice this other fucking kind of SUV pulls in, and Mike was like, he's weird, and I was like, yeah, he's weird, all right. And I was like, oh, I gotta go meet a girl. I'll see you later. So he drives off. So I get into my car and I'm sitting there putting in the address I'm going to. And he kind of pulls up and he goes, puts down the window, and straight away I know he's looking for sex. He goes, you all right? I was like, yeah. And he goes, no, but are you all right? I was like, what the fuck? I knew what he meant, but I also
like, yeah,
didn't know. And he was like, you want to get in? I was like, no. Drove away.
Do you know what he thinks?
What?
He thinks you just got finished sucking
Yeah,
the
I
notes.
know. I know, that's why I was like, it looked like I got in. He has tinted windows, and then I got out. I was like, away you go.
See you later, NOG.
That's the story of how I'm now into dogging. I think that's it, is it? I got to go to some shows.
Yeah, grand.
That's the podcast. People, don't forget to subscribe, derivative, and share, play, plug, write a comment, show your friends. That's about it. I'd say go out there now and have sex with a stranger in a car park. That's my tip of the week. Goodbye, good luck from me and Eugene, the cunt. See you later. Jesus. People can't get my name right either. It's Mark. It's a pretty fucking simple name. This one girl was like, oh, Merrick. I was like, Mark. She was like, Eric. I was like, it's a pretty fucking simple name.